Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. I don't give my introduction in detail in this video. I have given my introduction in detail in many videos. Effective 2007, I say, precisely when I started my career in a treasury function and I interacted with Indian regulators, Big Four, credit rating agencies, bankers, mutual funds, and many more institutions. I got to know how exactly they worked, how exactly is the dilemma worked. Now, dilemma in the sense like, you know, what you see or read in the books about these institutions, practically speaking, they are completely different than what it is mentioned in the books. Now, in 2014, I started my YouTube channel. And as we speak, we have around 14,000, yes, 14,000 videos on the social platforms, which include YouTube channel, short apps, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, almost everywhere as we speak, 14,000. Effective 2007, I challenged Indian regulators many times. At that point of time, I was not having my YouTube channel, so I challenged them in the open forums, conferences, and I hardly get any reply. I still remember in 2010, there was a conference organized in New Delhi. In this conference, one Indian government senior official was there, and he was sitting next to some forum of government. And he said about the credit rating of India. And I replied immediately in front of 400 people that India credit rating is triple B minus. And he wasn't aware about that. But he was a speaker. And this wasn't the only incident. I encountered numerous incidents in the last 10 to 12 years whereby I saw that the practical exposure of Indian regulators is zero, almost zero. Now, specifically speaking, if you go to Reserve Bank of India website, RBI website, and if you see their master circulars, especially interbank and risk management master circular, who isn't updated in the last several years, you will feel, rather you cry, that we are living in a system who even do not know what to write in a master circular. Anyways, now we got yet another interesting statement from RBI governor. Yet another interesting statement, and I am very frank person. I hardly bother about the feedback of the system. I hardly bother about what people thinking about me. To me, the count, the viewers, the likes, the comments on the YouTube channel hardly matters, because one thing I know is that my message is reading or passed to the right people, that I can clearly see on my LinkedIn profile. Now, he gave yet another interesting statement. Let me read this for you. Private cryptocurrency is a huge threat to our macroeconomic stability and financial stability. Investors should keep this in mind, that they are investing at their own risk, and these cryptocurrencies have no underlying value, even a tulip. RBI Governor Shashikanta Das. I would like to ask him one question. What his understanding about the blockchain platform? What his understanding about the public blockchain platform? Would he be interested to have a live to live session with me whereby he would be sharing his banking knowledge about the blockchain network? I'm ready to challenge him as always. By the way, can we have his opinion about the banking frauds which had happened during his tenure in India? Can we have his opinion about why Reserve Bank of India Master Circular Interbank and Risk Management is full of flaws? Can we have his opinion why the SWIFT audits not being mandated by Reserve Bank of India even today? Can we have his opinion about the cyber security framework of Indian banks? Can we have his opinion about the comparison of the annual report by the big banks like Goldman, JP, Morgan Stanley, as compared to any other Indian bank like HDFC, ICICI, Axis, SBI, or any other bank? By the way, he himself ever took the printout of the annual report of a Goldman Sachs, and I'm sure that you yourself not did that who are listening to this video. Goldman Sachs annual report, which in US parlance known as 10K, is not less than 800 pages. I repeat, not less than 800 pages. So Goldman Sachs annual report is 800 pages. And I specifically take the printout of the annual report, which is always available on their website, and read page by page. So much information you get from the annual report. Of course, there are difference of opinions between me and Goldman at specific point. But having said that, the kind of knowledge, the kind of granularity, the kind of disclosures you get in Goldman, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley annual reports, you will never get in Indian annual reports. And very soon I'm rather planning videos covering Indian bank annual reports. But did you ever saw Reserve Bank of India governor talking about that? Never. Forget him, even the earlier governor, Urjit Patel, and prior to that, the universe boss, Raghuram Rajan, they themselves, prior to that, Mr. Subbarao, and much prior to that, not a single Indian central bank governor. I repeat, not a single Indian central bank governor till now raised a point whereby they compared the 10K, which means the annual report of American banks, in terms of disclosures, in terms of information, in terms of analytics, compared with the Indian banks. Because they know the day they would be comparing, they would be challenged on their knowledge, which most do not have. Most do not have. Another beautiful thing which I would like to raise here, the companies like Paytm, Ola, Swiggy, Zomato, Oyo, Delivery, Policy Bazaar, Nikea, all loss-making companies. To many people, Nikea is not a loss-making company because they do not know a concept called retained earnings. So, if you do not know the concept called retained earnings, how would you understand whether Nike is a profitable company or a loss making company? But, anyways, like I said, it hardly bothers to me because if you're not aware fundamentally, then it hardly bothers. Now, these loss making companies attracted billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars in terms of equity and debt financing in India. Am I clear? Paytm, Ola, Swiggy, Zomato, Policy Bazaar, Nikia, Oyo, Delivery, and many such companies attracted billions of dollars of inflow in India using private equity and venture capitalist fund. All this money is routed via RBI because you cannot route the money until you let RBI know. And once the IPO is done, in case of Nikia, Paytm, Policy Bazaar, Zomato, these private equity firms earned a handsome amount of money. Handsome amount of money. Now, can Reserve Bank of India, having guts to come in public space and give the data that which private equity or venture capitalist firm invested in which loss making startup, whether this is a private buyout or it is a normal buyout, how much money they made via offer for sale, and how much they made via private offer for sale, and whether this money is repatriated back to their countries or this money is still circulating in India. These are all pertinent questions, especially at the time when India's largest capital market fraud to the tune of 1.4 lakh crores. I repeat, to the tune of 1.4 lakh crores happened. But the questions which I raised, I'm damn sure Reserve Bank will not reply these questions. They will not reply these questions. And did Reserve Bank of India ever spoke about the big fours? EY, KPMG, Deloitte, and PwC? Did RBI spoke about EY in Wirecard, KPMG in Yes Bank, and many such examples? Never. But only to show their presence, only to show that they are working, they always target cryptocurrency. Because this is the most easiest target for Reserve Bank of India. Most easiest target. If cryptocurrency do not have an underlying, then Paytm, Zomato, Policy Bazaar, Nikia, Byju's, Oyo, Ola, Delivery, all loss-making companies. Do they have an underlying? Do they have an underlying? Let me know. Now, this is my challenge to Reserve Bank of India. But I'm damn sure they are not going to reply in this. Because one thing, they are very clear that they will not reply to all fundamental and technical questions. Rather, they love to misguide people, always saying crypto, crypto, crypto. If crypto do not have an underlying, then why did Government of India taxed at 30%? Why did Government of India taxed at 30%? Tell me one thing. Anyways, as always, I wait for Reserve Bank of India reply, which would never come. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You know my personal number 9899242978. 9899242978. Have a great time ahead.